JC staff will be animating this. Ooh, it's Saitama versus Garo. And this is coming after the news that One Punch Man Season 3 Part 2 or potentially Season 4 has been announced. We also confirmed the timeline. Sugoi Light leaked that apparently it's gonna be 2027. Who knows when it's gonna be. But even if it is 12 episodes, would it get to this point in the anime? I don't think so, right? I thought this would be kind of content a season after the next season. Now, maybe they brand it Season 4 and it goes 24 episodes. In that case, maybe it's gonna go there, but obviously, in order to stoke sensationalism and, you know, get the crowd rallied up, we're going to be obviously placing one of the most important panels and stuff like that to say it's gonna be over. And, oh, the main character of today's video, Bald Tone himself. It's so fucking over. One of the greatest fights in all of Shonen, and I know, I understand. We're gonna go back to that. In all of Shonen has been killed in front of our very eyes. If more people were like Nicholas Light, the animators would have lost their jobs. That's right, filthy JC staff animators, bro. God damn that Kenichi Aoki guy. Can you believe it? I can't believe he has a job. They need to all lose their job. That building needs to get fired as well too, bro. But now, oversensitive pussies enabled this. Woo! And he's right. A bunch of spineless cowards. Before we go there, let's tackle this first. Shonen. Okay, is it a shonen? Now this kind of feels like actually, right? If we kind of focus on this, obviously Baldy is trying to say that this is gonna be a crazy fucking fight. And no. I remember watching one of Baldy's streams back in the day. I think it was during Camp Canute. I think this was also before he got divorced, and he was still with his I forgot her name. Jesus Christ. But basically back then, I remember he was talking about reading the manga of One Punch Man of the Saitama versus Garo fight, the Cosmic Garo fight, and how it blew his mind. So I think that he read it. Obviously, Baldy's not the most versed in fucking weebology, so calling it shonen. I mean, shonen. What is it, by the way? Is One Punch Man a shonen? The series? Shonen basically for young boys, right? Young men. I think that it's technically a seinen series, like aimed at young adult men. So people are gonna be like focusing on that and be like, no, it's not a shonen, it's a fucking seinen, you fucking tourist. And let's read some of the comments. Oh, it's gonna be good. Riding Nick's meat like your life depends on it. Y'all really love calling for the harassment of other people. Parentheses. Who aren't even at fault, by the way. Nope. Lazy ass animators. I don't care if they only were given, 2 days to make up a season. They still didn't deliver. And as a consumer, I have all the right to be mad. I'm a Karen. I deserve to talk to the manager. All of them deserves to be fired for Christmas. Everybody should lose their fucking jobs. Replace them. Drain the swamp. How can you cling to such a retarded take? Say those animators did lose those jobs. All right, let's do a thought experiment. Let's do a thought experiment here. And then what? Bandai comes in again, buys a different animation studio and says, give us Season 3 Part 2 next month. Yeah. You know, part of me kind of wishes that this shit would happen under like a studio that would be undeniable, like Mappa or like Madhouse or Ufotable, right? Just to show if they were given the same time constraint and talent for the studio, could they still deliver? That would be a very interesting experiment, huh? The same thing happens again and the same retards start to call for the firing of the new team. That's right. Off with their heads until the right person comes in. Because Baldy, at the end of the day, it's really sad to see him fall off like this. Because the Baldy that I remember, he was well prepared, understood the talking points, well understood in whatever drama he's going into, and had undeniable takes. No matter how much you hate him, the average person could support him, right? That's why I keep differentiating him between Nicholas Light. But recently, Baldy, nah, this is a hill he's dying on. Like, this is not the Genshin Impact conqueror of enviosity, the fucking mint picker Baldy that I remember. This is a different flavor of Baldy that is washed. He's been getting too caught up in the fucking political right-wing grift commentary, which he's been killing it in. but I don't think he understands every single nuance and context and is therefore kind of dying on a hill here. But at the end of the day, all you have to do is this: make a mess and then say, I'm just rage baiting, right? All he has to say is, I'm just fucking around, bro. This is just a prank. I don't actually support Nicholas Light. Nicholas Light doesn't even believe. See, you know, there's always that trump card of when you're too far deep in and you're getting fucking cooked, just pull the, I'm just fucking around, guys. Why are you taking this so seriously? Go touch some grass. Whatever team accepts a shit deadline, knowing the show is going to be asked, clearly doesn't respect the franchise enough. I'm convinced you are retarded. Ooh. And this is another common talking point too, right? That comes in, and you have to understand again, this is not Western game devs. This is not random ass fucking Concord shit. This is a Japanese animation industry with a completely different set of culture and rules. There will always be someone who accepts a job in Bandai knows it. If not in Japan, then in China and India, and then you're bitching and whining about holding animators responsible, which absolutely no one, Bandai execs will laugh as you allow them to piss in your mouth. I don't think anyone's excluding Bandai. Lovely for the further evidence of retardation. You are, Tectone is, and all the other retards gobbling Nicholas's 9-inch dick because you lot specifically called for the animation to be responsible cannot understand how capitalism works. No, brother man, you're not keeping up somehow. Bandai and JC staff suck ass. Everyone acknowledges Bandai dumb decision, but you're trying to best defend the dumb decision for no reason. It's this simple. JC staff can deliver. You've seen those episodes where they can deliver. It shows that there is a time constraint. And obviously we acknowledge that. At the end of the day, there definitely is fault at like the top brass of JC accepting the project, which is still very weird. At the end of the day, we'll never know unless there's insider leaks. I still think that a yes or a no doesn't mean that you can say yes or no in Japanese corporate culture due to the fucked up, you know, bureaucracy and, you know, the way that the culture exists in basically bowing your head and don't stick out. An option given is not an option, and potentially you get blacklisted, and then further fraud projects get, you know, fucked up and you don't make more money. JC staff goes bankrupt. I'm sure they would love to do that, but there's again other contexts and nuances that people choose to ignore and completely argues in bad faith. You assume the absolute worst of people and demonize them because it's easier to do that when you're upset and frustrated, right? It's that simple. Get enough animators fired and there won't be new ones dumb enough to take on the job. No one will work for Bandai under these circumstances if they know we will certainly make a career ending for them. And how exactly will you make a career ending when Bandai inevitably employs animators? It's just gonna be over and over again, just people just fucking mad. It's not even shonen, you dumbass. Actually, you're a fucking idiot lumfowl. Ooh, these are some mean words coming in. All right, we getting fucking heated over here. Eternal Anime says, you a fucking bald fuck. It's not the animator's fault. The product released in the way it did. Clearly, JC have the talent as shown in shows like Danmachi. They just, or even Mugen Gotcha that just aired, by the way. They just didn't have the time required for an action-heavy show like One Punch Man. That's entirely on the top brass. Bro, they can say they can't finish. At the end of the day, this is their work and it's absolutely horrendous. Enough of the damn excuses. Off with their heads. Everyone needs to get fucking fired, bro. Don't excuse them. They're all to blame for their abysmal dog shit. And this is the thing, right? Even though people like are completely aware like of what's going on, because of content creators that are just out there double tripling down in terms for it just for negative engagement like Nicholas Light, you have more retards that become emboldened to kind of just bring on these talking points, which completely again ignores the reality of job, society, capitalism, Japanese corporate structure, right? Just to say that they should all just get fired. Again, these are just like the most insane children that's actually never worked a job in their lives. They have no empathy for any of the animators involved because obviously they delivered a shitty product. Therefore, they should all deserve to just get fired and lose their livelihoods. The best part is when Nicholas Light was like, just get a different job, bro. And that's like so funny to me because that's like going to a homeless person and saying, bro, just get a house. What are you doing? Are you fucking stupid? Why are you poor? Just go make money. You know what I mean? These again are absolute, like, basically you can make the most, like these answers. Yes, of course you should just get a different job. Of course you should get a better house. But how does that work in the system that we work in? And stupid children refuse to ever engage in good faith arguments or acknowledge that because it's better again just to be nasty and be angry. Give Nixme a little rest. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's right. Thank you, Tectone. Not a shonen. I bet you didn't even read One Punch Man. I think you did actually. If they lost their jobs, Bandai would have just hired more people them out. But I get it. I love money too. My Christmas gift to you is a couple of cents you gained for my comment. Thank you. Way to completely out yourself, tourist. And actually, it is a seinen in all of shonen. And yeah, like firing the animators like do any good. Shut the fuck up, uneducated retard. You are not saying if more people were like Nicholas Hyde. Oh my fucking god. You sink lower and lower, Tech. What the fuck, man? And it goes on and on and on and on. I made a tweet. I made a tweet. I made a boo-boo. Let's read my tweet. Baldy's right! The only gift animators should have received for Christmas was getting fired. But we didn't boycott hard enough. Hashtag boycott One Punch Man. Hashtag boycott Bandai Namco. Hashtag boycott JC staff. Hashtag animator lives don't matter. Hashtag Henry Thurlow is bald. Hashtag thoughts and prayers. Hashtag Kim Jong Nicholas Light. We'll get to that in a separate video, by the way. Don't worry. Hashtag thank you. I'm right. I'm not wrong. That's right. All of them deserves to get fired, bro. That building deserves to get fired. And let's see what my army of monkeys has to say about this. Nick, Chibi, and Baldy coming in like this with their takes on animation. Which one do you guys think? Obviously, this one is Chibi, right? Chibi is like a fucking 4'8" goblin. Nah, this is definitely Chibi over here. I think this one has to be Tectone because he's bald. And then Nicholas Light probably over here by default because bald, you know, goblin. Yeah, I think that's it. No, this is actually a perfect example of that. Nice. This is me from Lord of the Mysteries. It's a Christmas surprise present from Bandai Namco to One Punch Man fans. Thank you. The fact that Chibi is extremely quiet whenever Tectone or Nick has these takes makes me assume that Chibi doesn't agree with them, but he's not willing to correct them. Where is it? Where is it? I gotta bring up that thumbnail, bro. Every fucking time. Do I do this? Chibi. Where's that thumbnail? You think Chibi's ever gonna call them out for these takes? Do you think that Chibi, for example, agrees with Tectone about everybody needs to get fired from JC staff? You know what I mean? And this is the thing I keep telling, right? Of course, Chibi doesn't watch these videos, but this is what I'm saying. Once you get entrenched in fake friendships out of sheer desperation because you're a bunch of fucking outcasts bonding. This is trauma bonding, by the way. All three of them straight up have a group therapy session because every single one of them have like this toxic miasma due to the fucking dumbass rage bait bullshit they've been engaged in. Now they have bonded, and guess what? You're compromised. You can't talk back. You don't have the balls to talk back. It's so funny to me how, again, they condemn LA streamers. They condemn Hassan, Ludwig, Pokimane, all of that shit. Same fucking thing on the other side of the coin. I don't see Chibi talking about this. I don't see Chibi ever condemning this shit because he can't. Because he's not me. He's bound by a fucking leash with his fake friendship. He fears Tectone and Nicholas Light not following him back on Twitter, bro. That's it, bro. A bunch of trauma bonding fucking copers just with these little friendships when at the it's bullshit. Come on now, call it out. And if you think I'm being harsh, you're a fucking sensitive pussy. What do you think is actually going on here? The only fucking person that could agree with these fucking takes are stupid children that's getting caught up in the fucking grip when these dudes don't even believe in it. And for Chibi, he can't talk back. Of course he's not. Call them uninformed or informed. The animators did a terrible job. Grifting must keep going. Chibi supposedly supports lollicons only to be friends with though people that have done anti-behavior. I'll give the benefit of the doubt that it's in the DMs, but I don't think real friends would call someone out in a public setting. Oh, I think real friends would. I think that real friends would not use private DMs as an excuse to hide their mess. I think real friends should call each other out and hold each other accountable no matter what. I think that if all you do is basically this DM thing, I don't believe in it. I like they say shit in the DMs, but it's a way to censor you as a real person. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. I think that At the end of the day, Chibi is compromised because, again, this is LA fucking Friends all over again. And it's funny to me that, like, he gets caught up in this bullshit even though he condemns this exact same behavior. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. Anyone can fucking yap. Actions, they speak way louder. You think it was an ironic and a funny joke, yet he's dead serious. He's dead serious, and this is what happens when you don't do your research and you're getting caught up in fucking bullshit, you know, D-tier drama without the receipts. Baldi's fucking washed in this one. This ain't my Baldi that cooked Enviosity and fucking Ratsu, man. He was way more prepared there. More spicy content coming up. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you. These fucking idiots. I'm so done with Twitter. They would rather attack the animators than the company that is responsible themselves. What the fuck? Well, I told you, right? It's boring when it's just, oh, blame Bandai Namco over and over again. At a certain point, you gotta escalate. No one, everyone's tired of hearing the same talking points. We want some new shit to happen. Here comes and again. Thank you. The bro is doing tricks off of it. This guy again. Oh my god, he is an most dedicated fan. Most dedicated fan. Don't for a second think that this person actually cares about solo leveling. They always use solo leveling basically to like rage bait. They want to kind of play into that whole solo leveling people are stupid. I'm going to now wear the mask of a solo leveler and then, you know, pretend to be retarded, you know, but it's Twitter shit, right? Come on, this is racist. Come on, bro. Bro, you need to call something better. Calling us retarded just proves what kind of person you are. Don't worry, you need attention. Call will give you the attention you need. I'm not gonna say anything else. Hi, Call. Hello. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love it though. He's just like such good content, you know. It's so funny. This is a really funny one. The Michael Jackson, just put it down. Just put it down. Just put it down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have reached a new level of enlightenment where I will never engage in good faith arguments on Twitter. My entire goal is to rage bait and be the most exaggerated caricature of the talking points that Tectone, Nicholas Sight, or Chibi could mention, and basically to personify that in the most retarded way possible to show you how ridiculous the core principles are. How is he still sticking to this retarded take? What the fuck, man? Anything else? This is a funny one. Some people get basically, I will also never get mad at people like this, right? I will never get mad. I think I made like a you know, a tweet right over here. Where is this? Bait used to be believable. Basically, when you know, this person's saying yes, he's replying to me. He's replying to me genuinely saying, yeah, firing animators would definitely fix everything magically. Shut the fuck up, retard. You don't know anything. And listen, in the game of Twitter, in the game of social media, if you pretend to be retarded, don't be surprised when people treat you like a retard. This is something that I've been saying over and over again, right? About other creators too. And if I'm gonna get caught up in it, it is what it is. Don't get mad at it. Some people can't detect sarcasm. Some people have never seen my content. They probably see this and think, holy shit, this guy actually believes in it. Even though this is like after these hashtags though, you know, like you know, like you would think that I try to use the hashtags to kind of give you an idea of like, come on. Do you really think a real person would type this shit? Like there's no way you would believe in this shit, right? But sarcasm is really difficult to be understood by the broad public. So I will never get mad at people that, you know, treat me like a retard because I'm pretending to be retarded. It's the price. You have to pay the price to, you know, play the game. But bait used to be believable. I found a good one with Higurama from JJK. I'm trying to collect a bunch of JJK memes and use them, you know, in this upcoming season. Anything else? And that's pretty much it. What do you guys think? There's so many other tweets and news related stuff that I want to cover, but I think that it is very disappointing from me, right? Let's just get serious for a second. I'm not sad or upset, you know, Tectone is supporting Nicholas Sight or saying this shit. I don't care if he gets the term shonen wrong. I'm sure you guys are upset at him for various reasons, but here's the reason that I'm upset at Baldi. Baldi is actually somebody that I learned how to do this content from, by the way. Maybe some of you have noticed, you know, my mannerisms or whatever, but a lot of people, like, for example, Asmongold, watch a lot of him. The commentary, you know, the way that he does storytelling and basically does content is emulated by that. Tectone used to watch a lot of the Genshin Impact gacha drama back when he used to do gacha, and it was very compelling to see how he would dunk on these retards. And even though he was demonized, that he would somehow have like a reversal, right? He would somehow always win because no matter how hated he was, he could find a win condition that was undeniable. It's like an undeniable logic that people had to support no matter what. And that's how he won the Ratsu incident, the Enviosity incident. And say what you will about him, I treat this as a game and he was a great player. But this ain't it. This ain't my ball tone. The ball tone that I know would never die on the sill. The ball tone that I know would actually have done the research and understood what's going on and is more prepared with it. This is more of a ball tone that is so distracted by the other political bullshit that he's up to. This is, again, some D-League fucking anime, fucking drama that he has absolutely no attention in, but he's simply just latching on because it's obviously easy impression. And I think he's been caught, right? I think he's getting caught with his pants down, and it's disappointing to see. It's disappointing to see that Baldi, he simply moved on, man. He ain't the same type of Baldi you used to know. This ain't the gacha drama goat anymore. He's too busy, being that the stereotypical, proud American, God-fearing, conservative Christian, white male, bald with shades, divorced dad. The meme where you have every single same profile picture guy whenever somebody replies. He's more leaning into that. Hey, and if that it is what it is. It's just shame to see that shit. Next up, we got plenty more drama, bro. And I will explain to you what this tweet means, by the way. I will explain to you what Kim Jong Nicholas Light means. You have no clue what this is, bro.